Hi, this is Jim Musser again with Upstream Ministries, and this is Views from Downstream, episode 37. And this week may get me into trouble, I don't know. I'm going to be talking about two topics that usually people don't want to talk about much, and that is change and money. Now, I've talked a lot about change since creating this channel, that the church needs to change, that things, the way we're doing them now, are not working in terms of raising our kids spiritually. But I really haven't talked about money. But money and the focus on it often impedes our ability to change. It's not only that we might get resistance to change because people dislike things the same way, but it may also be that it affects the income of the church and that we need to keep the income up. And if we do too much change, then we're going to lose that income. And I was just talking with a pastor couple of weeks ago that was telling me about a situation within his ministry where they really needed to add a staff person. And his leadership board, was resistant to that. And he pointed out to me that while they were resistant to that, even though they acknowledged the need, they had over $60,000 in a bank account, saving it for a rainy day. And that is one of the things about making change in the church, is people often say we can't afford to do that. And when you start changing up the way you do discipleship in your church, as I've mentioned several times, you're going to have people leave. And it will affect, at least in a short term, your bottom line if that's what you're focused on. And so we need to realize how much of a role money plays in how we approach discipleship. And so the next couple sessions, I'm going to focus on how that does factor in and how it impacts. And so I just want to introduce the topic for this week and give that some thought, and we'll see you on Wednesday.